Hi yogis, thanks for joining me in class this week. Before we get started with our practice, I just wanted to talk about a little bit how I'm filming this week's class. So I'm doing it a little bit differently than I normally do. Usually I have my sound equipment and I cue you through the practice as we go, and I talk through the whole thing. But this week I thought we could all use a little centering. So in light of that, I'm actually going to narrate a little bit differently so that you can have this space to really just kind of sink into your practice without any distractions. There are a lot of distractions for me here this week, and probably like a lot of you, with everything going on in the world, you might feel a little bit overwhelmed or uncertain, have some anxiety or frustrations. And yoga is a really good place for that. So despite the fact that my entire community looks like a war zone, every business here is boarded up and people are nervous and anxious, and there's just a lot of angst around. I think that we could all use a nice yoga practice to remind us how to center, so that we can come together and put our best foot forward and remember that despite pandemics and everything that's going on, that we really are in this together. And I think, a little bit of humanity is probably in order right now. So with that being said, we are going to move through this practice to focus on our centering and how yoga can really help us with that. So we're going to really drill into breath work. And not that it's an easy class. I know sometimes you hear breath work and you're like, that's not something I want to get into. But it's actually going to be a bit of a struggle, I think. And remember that your breath is always there for you, regardless. And sometimes if we retreat inward and center, then that makes us better when we come back out into the world. So I appreciate you joining me for all of these classes. And actually for the entire month of June, we're going to work on some stress management techniques. So I hope you come back and join me each week for these classes. And I think I've talked enough, so let's go ahead and get started on our mats. We're going to begin with centering and finding our breath. So find a comfortable seat and just start to observe your breath coming in and going out. There are no rules to this breath, no rules to your seat, anything that's comfortable, and just follow the cadence of your breath. I am breathing in, and I am breathing out. Simple. Maybe bringing your hands to your heart, placing your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your right, and feel the cadence of the heart with the breath. Noticing the rhythm between the beat and the in and out. Let's start to add some movement, taking any kind of maybe cat-cow shape or fidgets that feel fairly intuitive here, just moving about in a way that makes sense. Taking the next several moments to be aware of exactly what's happening in your body right now. Taking a twist over your left shoulder. And then a twist over your right shoulder. And then let's go ahead and start our practice. All right, let's go ahead and find our way to our downward facing dog. It's your practice today. I'm going to keep the cues fairly light. So as we find our way to our down dog, taking any kind of fidgets or movements that feel good to you here. Let's return to our breath, creating that ujjayi breath in the back of the throat. Let's start to move into a little bit stronger work here, moving into a plank shape, high plank that works for you today. We're going to take about 5 rounds of breath and then fold back into your downward facing dog. Coming back into our plank shape and rocking back into dog. Last time, folding into your plank, rolling into dog. Let's go ahead and walk that right foot forward into a crescent. Left knee comes to the mat, hands reach overhead, perhaps taking a bind overhead. Sit back into your half split. Being aware of how your body's starting to open as we move. Find your way up and back, 3-legged dog, taking any fidgets that feel good here. And then let's move to the left side, same sequence, step through with the left foot, low lunge, same arm bind that you had on the other side. Finding your way to that half split. There's nothing to be concerned with other than your practice here. The movements of your body, the sound of your breath. Stepping back into your 3-legged dog, and then eventually finding your way to down dog. From our down dog, we're going to work our way into a high lunge or crescent warrior. Right foot leads. We're going to take some breaths here. So settle into your shape, arms reach overhead. Think strong in this practice. You are strong today. Open the arms into cactus. And then go ahead and bring the left knee to the mat, just hovering over the mat, little carousel horse. Back into that crescent warrior. Hands come down onto either side of that front foot. Step that back foot up. Find your way, warrior 3. Build your pose from the ground up. Standing upright, drawing that left knee with you. Square off your hips. Step back, find your way back, crescent warrior. And then all the way back, downward facing dog. Trying that on the left side, same thing, crescent warrior. Holding the shape. When you're ready to move on, open the heart, cactus arms. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Lower the right knee down, hovering over the mat. When you're ready, on an in-breath, finding your way, warrior 3, right leg lifts. Using your breath to stand up nice and tall, draw that right knee with you. Reach for the sky. And pull that knee up and in. Notice the concentration you need when you balance. Finding your way back into that crescent warrior. Stepping back through your vinyasa here. Taking any modifications that you need today. We all meet in down dog. Repeating that same sequence, moving a little bit quicker. Right leg steps forward, crescent. Open up, carousel horse. Find your way, warrior 3. Left leg floats. Draw that knee up and in as you stand tall. Exhale back into warrior 3. Crescent warrior. Step back. Down dog. Second side. Same thing. Left leg steps through, crescent warrior. Open the heart. Lower the right knee. Inhale, find length. Find your way into that warrior 3. Stand tall, bring that right knee with you. Back into that warrior 3 on your way to crescent. Hands down. This time take your vinyasa if you like, or head right to your down dog. Keep moving. The rhythm of the sequence helps you find your body, find your breath. Cactus, flying warrior, stand tall, warrior 3. Draw that knee with you. This time, sit down, find your way into eagle. Left leg crosses over right, left arm underneath right. Holding here. Unravel, pausing in that warrior 3 as you step back. Crescent warrior. Through your vinyasa if you like. Skip it if you don't. Let's try that on the second side. Same thing, left leg, crescent warrior. Carousel horse. Fold forward. Find your way to that standing eagle shape. Right leg over left. Right arm under left. Warrior 3 as you find your way back into crescent. Stepping back through your vinyasa if you like. Skipping it if you don't. Keep moving through the sequence, finding a rhythm. From crescent to cactus, arms, and carousel horse to flying warrior or warrior 3. Don't worry if you fall out. Just come right back to the sequence. Stand tall, sink low into your eagle. Floating through that warrior 3 on your way to crescent. Taking your vinyasa to switch sides or skipping it. And hanging out in down dog for a break. Left side, crescent. Carousel horse. Warrior 3 or flying warrior. Stand tall, sink low into your eagle shape. Notice there's nothing in your mind except the rhythm of the sequence. Taking that vinyasa, skipping it if you choose, using any variation that you may know. Pausing in your down dog. Taking another vinyasa. And yet another. And then finding your way to your child's pose, taking a break, a very well-deserved break, stacking your hands on top of each other and letting your head melt down over the hands. If you have it in your practice, you can bring your forehead all the way to the mat and wrap your arms around behind. Centering. Turning inward, tuning into your breath, letting everything else go. We've enjoyed that break for centering, starting to move forward into our next sequence. Reaching your arms forward on the mat, finding your way to a tabletop shape. Zip your belly up and in, rooting the hands down and the shins down into the mat. Stepping back, finding your way to a plank. Right foot lifts. Tap that right knee to the back of the right arm. Find your way into your lizard stretch. Maybe reaching that right arm behind you, looking over the right shoulder. If you like, you can take a bind. Maybe even coming down onto the forearm of the left arm. Releasing that lizard shape. Stepping back into your plank. Float the left foot. Tap the knee outside of the arm as you step forward. Taking your version of lizard for today. Open up the hip, sweep that left arm back. Look over your shoulder. If you bound on one side, go ahead and bind on this side too. Finding your way back into your plank shape. We're going to hold here. Come back to your breath, even with the struggle. Regardless of what's going on around you, you always have your breath and your heart. Let's take a little break. Give those hands and wrists a break. Turning your fingers to face behind you, rocking back and forth. Maybe sitting down on your shins, rolling out the wrists. Fidgeting through the fingers. Let's go ahead and find our way up and back into that high plank shape. Right leg lifts and steps forward to the outside of the right hand. Holding here, maybe rocking back and forth. Step back, left leg. Feel this shape. That's all you need to worry about. Left leg is outside of the left hand. Step back. We're back in that plank. Keep coming back to it. Nothing helps you center more than holding a plank. Stepping right foot forward. And then back. World's slowest Mountain climber. Left leg comes forward. And back. Repeating side to side, going a little bit faster. Stepping fully into the expression of that shape. Going from right to left. If you're feeling really frisky today, you can even run it, hopping slightly back and forth. Finding our way back to that child's pose. Let's give those arms a break. Moving into our downward facing dog, let's head into our last sequence of this practice. Right leg reaches towards the sky, steps forward between the hands. Finding your way into a pyramid shape. Right leg is straight. Feet are more railroad tracks than tightrope, folding over a straight right leg. You can plant that left foot down or you can stay up on the toes. Let's go ahead and kick up into a nice three-legged split. My favorite pose. Taking the balance if that works for you today. And if your three-legged split looks more like a supported warrior 3, that's okay today. Open up, extended side angle, right arm down, left arm up, right knee is bent. Taking any version of this shape that feels good for you today. Inhale up into warrior 2. We're going to be here for a few breaths. Build your pose from the ground up. Trust yourself. You know this shape. You know what you need. Let's go ahead and turn the toes out. Stand up nice and tall. We call this power pose. Reach your fingertips wide. You can heel toe your feet in a little bit and come up onto your toes if you like. Nice big star pose. Let's sit down into our goddess. Taking your adjustments, hands to heart center. Toes out, knees track over the toes. Float the right heel. Place it down, float the left heel. Right, left, right, left. Both. Push away any negative energy you still have. Turn your palms up to receive all the positive and scoop it up. Draw it down into your heart space. Let's go ahead and find that power pose one more time. Reach out. Become very big. Super big here. Let's work our way towards our left side. Same thing, warrior 2. Enjoy the space in the pose. Extended side angle, whatever version works for you here. Maybe elbow on knee, maybe fingertips on the mat. Working towards that pyramid shape, left leg. You can step that back foot out a little bit towards the right. Hinge over that left leg. Let's find our way to that standing split. any version. If you're not balancing today, that's okay. The fingers can come on the mat. You can hang out in a warrior 3. Stepping back down with that right foot. Find your way into that pyramid over that left leg one more time. Moving a little quicker. Extended side angle. Right arm lifts. Warrior 2 on your in-breath. Then stand up nice and tall, power pose, toes out, hands spread, take up space, and then exhale into your goddess. Lift your heels, push away that negative energy, scoop up all the positive energy, draw it down into your space. Power pose. Warrior 2, right side. Extended side angle. Fold that left hand down, step that left foot out, find your way into that pyramid, and then scoop up and into your standing split. Let's go through that again. Reach up, pyramid shape. From pyramid, we head to extended side angle, left arm reaches, twisting open. Inhale into warrior 2. Standing up, finding power pose, sinking low into goddess, heels up or down. Push away anything negative, scoop up all that positive energy, draw it down to your center. Find that power pose, and then that warrior 2. Something about the rhythm of moving from pose to pose with your breath. It allows you to turn inward. Draw all of your focus to what you need. Scooping up, finding that standing split. And then pyramid over the left side. You know we have to go back. Extended side angle. Warrior 2. Standing up, power pose, heels lifted or not. Sink low into your goddess. Push away. Draw in what you need. Pull it into your center. Warrior 2, back facing the front of the mat. Extended side angle. Pyramid shape. Standing split. Let's go ahead and find our way into a forward fold. Wrap the arms around behind you or behind the legs. Take a break. That was tough. Half lift. Plant your hands. Step back. Downward dog. Eventually, let's find our way to our plank. We're going to be here. This is our last little push. Regardless of how you feel, you might be tired, you might be done with this. You've got this. It's 60 seconds. All that strength that you built, all of that breath that you've harnessed, it's all brought you right here. You have got this. Take a knee if you need to, but come right back. You did it. All right, we're gonna head back to our child's pose. Whew, that was not easy. Wrap your hands around behind you. Take a breath. Find your center. Let go of all of the physical work of the practice and just melt into this child's pose. You can stay here as we wrap up this practice with a poem that I really like, or if you like, you can actually move into a seated meditation. Whatever shape allows you to find the most space. Whatever shape allows you to be the most centered. This poem is called Just Noticing by Donna Martin. When I need some balance, the sound of silence sings its song and carries me so gently to the land beyond its right or wrong. When I need an insight, the whispers of the wise old ones can penetrate the fog of thoughts and bring a light that's like a sun. And when I need uplifting to rise above heart heaviness, a sense of joyful gratitude can bring a smile of happiness. But when I am too weary to hear the song of silence sing, when whispers stop, no smile, no joy, I rest into just noticing. Just noticing whatever's there, a breath comes in, a breath goes out, surrounded by and filled with air. Just noticing becomes my prayer. Namaste, yogis. Have a fabulous rest of your day.